Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly tarot card reading. And for this reading, I am using the English Magic Tarot. It's a new deck that I've only used a few times, so I'm looking forward to using it again for this reading. Okay, so I'm just getting over a little bit of a cold right now, so my voice is a little bit husky. Oh, excuse me. And I might cough a million times during this reading, so brace yourself. Okay, so I've got my 3 cards here. My intention is just to get a brief overview of the upcoming week, just to get kind of a snapshot of the energies and challenges and opportunities that are going to be coming up for us. Now, some of these cards might be reversed. I'm just going to turn them right side up because I don't read reversals. Okay, so the card for Monday and Tuesday is the 9 of Wands. Okay, so let's just have a look at this card. Now, the 9 of Wands can come up for us when we are expecting the worst. So when we're expecting things to really not work out. And I was just pausing because I heard a weird noise in the kitchen. It sounded like maybe I left one of the burners on. I don't think I did, though. Okay, so 9 of Wands can come up for you if you're really kind of feeling almost a sense of dread, like you're really expecting the worst. Now, what's important about this card, what's important to realize is that any kind of feelings you might have of apprehension about something coming up, know that part of this has to do with past experiences. Part of it may have to do with you wanting to be realistic and not wanting to be disappointed, so you don't want to get your expectations too high. And part of it might actually be intuition. So you might kind of sense that, something's amiss or something like that. So it might be a combination of these things. And I feel like for many of us watching, this could be regarding a relationship. So it could be a new relationship that we're getting into, and part of us is excited, but another part of us is like, I don't know about this. Like, I don't want to jump in with both feet first, kind of a feeling. It could also be about like a new job, a project, like a business relationship, a friendship. There's lots of other things that this could refer to. But I think it's something to do with relationships for some reason. Okay, so we're going to come back to this one, probably, but I want to move on to Wednesday and Thursday. Oh, interesting. 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. Well, this really kind of follows a linear path here. So 10 of Wands is about a burden, feeling stressed out, feeling burdened, feeling like we're having to carry too much or do too much. It can happen when we take on too many things, and it can also happen when we refuse to delegate. So when we feel like we have to do everything ourselves. So part of this, I guess what I want to say is, if you're feeling stressed out this week, if you feel like you have too much on your plate, really, it's mostly your fault. So it might be your fault for taking on too much, and it might also be your fault for being a perfectionist or just not being able to let go enough to let other people step in and help you. So the key, I think, this week is to ask for help. And also ask for help with this 9 of Wands business, this whole feeling apprehensive, feeling a little on edge, not entirely safe, not entirely comfortable with things. That feeling, it's a feeling of not trusting. And when you don't trust, it leads to the 10 of Wands, which is, you have to do everything yourself. You have to provide everything for yourself, and you don't trust anyone. So I feel like actually overall the theme of this week is trust and learning to trust, being able to trust, letting go a little bit. So, knowing that things are never perfect, so they don't have to be perfect. Don't try to strive for perfection. And sometimes when you trust someone else to do a job, they just might totally fuck it up. And that happens. And that's like a normal part of things. And sometimes just accepting that can allow you to relax a little bit, because I think it's just the price you pay for not having to do everything by yourself. End of the week, that's reversed again. If you're wondering why I don't read reversals, I used to off and on, like I've tried it, and I feel like there's enough variation in the tarot deck with all the cards right side up. I don't feel like anything's added to a reading when I read with reversals. I feel like confusion is added to the reading. It's overwhelming, it's messy. I don't know. I don't like it. So I just read them all right side up. So the end of the week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we've got death. So this is a real chuckle of a week here. We got 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands, death. Now the death card, it's a gloomy looking card, I'll be honest. And this guy, he's got an axe. Kind of creepy. Death is basically about renewal. Getting rid of stuff. In the fall, I went out in my garden and, you chop back all the dead stuff. So you pull out all the dead weeds. Well, not weeds. Weeds never die. I don't know if anyone's noticed that. Weeds just don't die. They just keep growing. But you chop back, your raspberry canes and other stuff, your hydrangeas and stuff. Everything's dead and you cut it back. And then things go to bed for the winter. And then in the spring, new things come up, and in the summer, things are in full bloom. So it's this natural cycle of things, and our lives take on these same kinds of cycles. Maybe not in the same time frame as like a year, the 4 seasons, but our lives take on these cycles of things dying back, getting rid of things, saying goodbye to things, things ending. And periods of dormancy where not much happens, where we might not have a lot of energy, we don't feel inspired, maybe you sleep more. And then periods of growth and new things and fruitfulness and exciting opportunities. So the end of the week is a time to get rid of things. Get rid of physical clutter, get rid of old things that you don't use, get rid of things that you don't enjoy. Things that you've been holding on to. And I've said this in many of my readings before, and I still have a basement full of crap that I need to get rid of. So get rid of things physically and notice, is there anything in your life that just isn't really working out for you anymore? Is there something you want to say goodbye to? Is there something you can let go of? The more awareness you have around this, the easier it will be. Okay, so I'm going to take a step back here. I'm going to read all these cards together. To me, it feels like there's a lot of red in this week. But then at the end of the week, on the weekend, there's more gray. I feel like there might be a lot of, a little more action, a little more passion in the week. And then the end of the week, it's a little more downtime. It's a little more subdued than normal. I'm just trying to notice if anything else is standing out to me here. And please feel free to add in your 2 cents too. If there's something that's standing out to you, something that you're really noticing, let me know in the comments below. So I feel like I just want to go back to what I originally said about these cards. I feel like the theme of this week is trust. It's learning to trust others, really. Not so much about yourself, not so much about learning to trust yourself, learning to trust others, learning to let go of control, let go of some power, let go of some responsibilities, let other people step in and be useful, and let go of physical clutter. That's what this death card I think is about, is letting go of physical clutter. Okay, so this has been your tarot card reading. My name is Kate. I'm from dailytarotgirl.com, and thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful week.